Do YSL bags retain their value? Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do videos on luxury handbags, shoes, shopping, and occasionally travel. So if those are topics that interest you, make sure to subscribe and stick around for this video. So guys, I am back. I have finally kicked my cold, which I had for about 3 weeks. I don't know what it was. It's been going around and it wasn't COVID because I tested several times and every time it was negative, but man, was it hard to get over that one. Now, as you may know if you've watched my channel before, I really love YSL bags. I think they have excellent quality bags. The leather is always fantastic. They come at a fraction of the price of a lot of other designer handbags. So while they're still expensive bags, they're really well priced for the industry that they are in. And I've been buying YSL bags for about 3 years now. So I've really had time to get to know the bags, get to know the quality, see how they wear over time. And I really am pleased with them. The first bag that I want to talk about today is the small Lulu. Now here's the small Lulu. I have it in the Blanc Vintage color with the silver hardware, although I think it's called pewter on the website because it is an aged hardware. So it really does wear well over time. If it does get scratches or any tarnishing, it just really feels like it's part of the hardware and that it should have always been that way. Now I bought this bag about 2.5 years ago and I looked up what I paid for it, and at the time it was retailing around $1,900, I think $1,990 to be exact. I was able to get this bag on sale and after taxes I paid $1,605, which for this bag is almost $1,000 less than what it retails today. Now in 2022 it's retailing for $2,590. So I think I got it for an excellent price. Unfortunately now you can't really get these bags on sale that often. YSL has really opted out from coupon codes and things like that. It is possible sometimes to get maybe like 10% off, but I haven't really seen them go on sale like I used to. And that's when I was able to get this bag during one of those sales. I think I, obviously got around $300 off. So it was a pretty good deal. Again, like I said, these retail for $2,590 today. I looked up pre-loved websites like Fashion File and Rebag to see how much these were going for. And pre-loved, depending on the condition and the color, they were going from $2,000 to around $2,600 US pre-loved. So I think if I were to sell my bag today, being that it's in excellent condition and has maintained its shape and everything like that, I think I would be able to get at least what I paid for it, if not more. I think it could probably get more. But yeah, just looking at this bag, I think this is probably one of the most popular YSL bags. So if you're looking for a YSL bag that will retain value, this probably would be the best choice, the Lulu. I really like the small. I think the small is one of their more popular sizes. And then of course the toy. The toy is also one of their more popular sizes. Now speaking of the toy, I also did an analysis and back in 2020 it was retailing for $1,250. Now it's retailing for $1,850. If you want it in the black hardware, then it's a little bit more at $1,890. Now pre-loved, I would say the range for these bags is a lot wider than the small Lulu. So if you're looking at very good condition bags, you're looking at about $905 to about $1,350. Now if you're looking at excellent and new bags, you're looking around $1,300 to $1,595. So it's still under retail. If you're looking for a toy Lulu and you want to get a good price on it, then I think pre-loved is definitely the way to go for this bag. Now the less popular colors like your browns and yellows, those retailed for less on the pre-loved market. And of course the neutrals, blacks, whites, the beige. The beige that YSL has is absolutely beautiful. Usually comes in a light beige or a dark beige. Those were the more popular colors and therefore they were the higher priced on the pre-loved market. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I've done reviews of all of the YSL bags that I've owned. So I'll go ahead and link all of those videos up above for each bag when I'm talking about each bag. That way you can get to see a more in-depth review, get to know all of the details of the bags if you're interested in purchasing them. All right, so the next bag that I wanted to talk about is my wallet on a chain. I have this bag here in the black pebbled leather with the black hardware. Now, a lot of people have asked me about the black hardware. I have not had any chipping of the black hardware on either the monogram here or the chain. If that's a concern of yours, I would not worry. I've had this bag, like I said, over 2 years now. And again, I've worn it a lot. I've worn it around the city in New York, walking around underneath my coat, rubbing with fabric and buttons, and I haven't had any issues. So it really has been a testament of the quality if that's a concern of yours. Now, when I bought this bag, it was retailing for $1,500 and US dollars. I bought this bag in 2020. I think it was like maybe around the spring or summer time. And at that time, this bag still showed up in a lot of sales. I did get this bag on sale and I paid $1,399, so just a dollar shy of $1,400. So I saved $150 on this bag. Now, looking at this bag today, if you're looking at the bag with black hardware, it has had a $100 increase. It retails for $1,650 US dollars. But if you're looking at this bag with the gold hardware, it does retail for less at $1,590. Now, I did look at these bags pre-loved, and it looks like black hardware does retain the best value. And for the most part, it really was selling for close to retail. So if you like the one with black hardware, it's kind of, in my opinion, worth getting the one brand new. But if you do want to save a little bit of money, there were a few that you could get maybe like $100 or $200 off. But if you were looking for the gold hardware, that's where I think you can find the better deals pre-loved. So if you were looking at a very good condition wallet on a chain, you could easily find them for $1,000 and under. And then if you're looking for excellent, they are $1,200 to about $1,700, with the higher price ones being the black hardware. So again, the black hardware, I would say it's better to buy new from the website. If you're looking for a gold hardware in a variety of different colors, you can often find them pre-loved, like on Fashion File. I'll go ahead and link some below if you want to check those out. You might be able to find a good deal on them pre-loved, but for the most part, they haven't had as big of price increases as, say, like the small Lulu or the toy Lulu. So I would say probably if you're going to sell this bag pre-loved, you're not going to get the money that you paid for it. You might have to sell it for a little bit less, pending the condition and the colorway. And finally, the third bag that I'm going to be talking about today is my Mini Lou camera bag. Now, when I bought this bag, I bought it just after a price increase in 2020. It had been retailing for $1,000 and I believe $50. And then when I bought it, it was retailing for $1,150. Since then, it has seen a $300 price increase. It's retailing at $1,450 US dollars. Now, a couple things about this bag. It's a really great little mini bag. If you like mini bags, this bag I absolutely think is totally worth the money, because inside you get a fully lined leather bag. You also get some card slots back here, so if you want to save some room and not use a wallet or a card holder so that you can fit more things in here, it really does pack a punch. So even though it has had a $300 price increase in the last 2 years, I still think this bag is an excellent mini bag, especially when you compare it to like a Chanel mini bag, which goes for a lot more. Like if you're looking at the rectangle mini, I believe it's retailing for $4,400 USD. They were rumored to have a price increase, but I don't think it's happened yet. I'll check though if it has and let you guys know. But, you know, other than that, I think this bag is totally worth it. I love the classic design elements. Now, that being said, I did recently submit this bag to Rebag, just curious to see what they would offer for the bag. They did not accept the bag. I don't know why, and I think generally that happens a lot when Rebag or Fashion File have a lot of inventory of a bag. I think right now both of them have a ton of inventory of a lot of pre-loved items, which is really great if you're a buyer. If you are looking to buy a bag, I think now is the time. A lot of things have been going on sale, and if you watch an item that you really like, the possibility that it gets discounted further is really high. I know that the summertime in general is just the slowest time in retail. It's always been that way. It's very much a cyclical business, so it could be that. It also could be very much the economy. A lot of people are not really buying as many things right now. They're holding on to their money to see what happens. And so I think as a seller right now, it could be a tougher time in general, but as a buyer, it could be a really great time. Now, looking at the inventory on Rebag and Fashion File, they had this bag selling for $1,045 to $1,435. With my exact bag, they had one for $1,355. So, pending the condition, of course, the better the condition your bag is in, the more you'll get for your money. I think if I were to sell this bag on my own today, I probably could definitely recover at least what I paid for or close to it. I don't know if I would necessarily make a profit. It is possible, but I think after analyzing the price that I bought it for, the current retail price, and what it's going for on the pre-loved market, I think that if I were to sell this bag on my own, I could probably at least recover what I paid for it. I don't know that I would necessarily make a profit, but I do know that if I were to try to sell this right now to a pre-loved market like Fashion File or Rebag, A, they wouldn't even take it like Rebag did, or B, I would probably get about 40 to 60% of what they are planning to sell it for. So guys, just to kind of recap my case studies that I did for my different YSL bags, I think the small Lulu has done the best. Definitely would be able to recover what I paid for it should I sell the bag, but I think I could get more for it, which is always nice. If you're looking at bags for investment purposes and you want to get a YSL bag, I think the small Lulu is definitely the way to go. We always know we have these classic bags like the classic flap and the Hermes Birkin or Kelly, where we know that if we were to sell it, we would definitely get back what we paid for it. But oftentimes, especially if you have a unicorn or an Hermes, you can get more than what you paid for it, and that's always nice to know as a collector. So I think the YSL is definitely the way to go if that's a concern of yours. The Mini Lou camera bag, I think if I were to sell it, I could probably get back what I paid for it, but I wouldn't go as far as saying that it has performed as well as the small Lulu. I don't think it has. I would say if you are looking at the pre-loved market, you might be able to find a good deal, but for me, I always prefer to buy things new if the difference in price isn't so big. So if I were only to save $100 to $200 on the bag pre-loved that I want, I might consider buying the new bag depending on the condition of the pre-loved bag. If there's scratches or color transfer, then new would definitely be the way to go. And I think I would say the same for the wallet on the chain. If you're looking for that bag, definitely check out the pre-loved sites. You might be able to find a good deal and a bag in great condition, especially now in the summertime. But if not, they're still priced pretty well for a luxury wallet on a chain compared to other design houses. So it could be worth still buying it new, whether you purchase it in the boutique or on YSL's website. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of my case analysis. And do you have a YSL bag that has also retained its value that I did not mention here today? I only went over the bags that I personally own. Before I go, I just wanted to mention that I have launched my blog. I'm very excited about it. You can find it at lauraposse.com. It's still very much a work in progress and in its infancy, so I hope you guys will pay a little visit, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!